In this video, I'm breaking down the 10 mindsets of self-made millionaires. Research shows that these 10 patterns separate people who build wealth from people who only look rich and people who struggle financially. Let's get into it. Millionaire mindset number 1. Self-made millionaires think long-term while everyone else thinks short-term. Here's the uncomfortable truth about wealth. Most people are wired to optimize comfort today and not freedom tomorrow. Future self-made millionaires do it very differently. They consistently prioritize long-term outcomes over short-term pleasure. This means fewer impulse purchases, fewer emotional decisions, and fewer attempts to keep up appearances. They ask very different questions than most people ask. Instead of asking, "Can I afford this right now?" they ask, "How much is this decision going to cost me in the future?" This long-term orientation shows up everywhere in their life. Career decisions, spending habits, and their relationships with money. Millionaires are willing to feel temporarily uncomfortable to avoid permanent financial stress. And here's the psychology behind it. Long-term thinkers delay gratification not because they're disciplined superheroes, but because their identity is future-focused. They emotionally connect more with their financial goals and their future self than their present impulses. Most people don't lose money because they lack math skills. They lose money because they discount the future too heavily. So you have to ask yourself, what are your future financial goals and how much do they really matter to you? Millionaire mindset number 2. They live below their means no matter how much they make. High income does not equal wealth. And here's why. The research is very clear on this. The majority of self-made millionaires live well below what they technically could afford. And they do this consistently, not just when things are tight or when things are actually abundant. They do it all the time. If you want to become a self-made millionaire, you're going to need to do what they do. What they do is they cap their lifestyles early and they never expand them at the same rate as their income. Really take a moment to think about that. And the gap between income and spending, this is really where you're going to be building wealth. Psychologically, this is all about resisting what we call lifestyle inflation. Most people upgrade their life every time they get a raise. They think about getting a bigger place, better furniture, better clothes, a better car. That's not how future millionaires think. And here's the key insight. Living below your means, it's not just a phase. It's an identity you need to embrace if you want to become wealthy someday. Once you flip the script from a consumer to a steward of wealth, your spending will become intentional, not just emotional. If you feel like you're entitled to spend every dollar you get, you're never going to become wealthy. Millionaire mindset number 3. Self-made millionaires have an internal locus of control. This is the most important mindset for you to have if you want to be successful in any area of your life. Psychologists call it an internal locus of control. An internal locus of control means that you believe the outcomes you're getting in life are shaped by your own beliefs and your own behaviors. Not by luck, not by the economy, not by politics, not by your boss. Research in psychology consistently shows that people with an internal locus of control have higher income, higher net worth, they do better in school, they bounce back faster after adversities. Future millionaires don't say things like, "The system is rigged and I'll never get ahead because of this person or that person." No, they focus on what they can control right now. That's where the magic is. This doesn't mean that they're denying reality, but they're also not outsourcing their actions and their behaviors and their results. And this is why this is so important. If you believe that your behaviors don't matter, like nothing you can do can possibly make your life better, you're never going to change. Taking responsibility precedes owning your personal power. You're never going to know how powerful you are until you first take responsibility. Wealth begins the moment you stop waiting around for the system to change or for you to be rescued by someone else. It's not going to happen. Millionaire mindset number 4. They practice delay gratification as a skill. This one thing separates the wealthy from people who struggle financially forever. And the great news is that this isn't a personality trait. It's a practiced behavior. It's something you can learn. Those famous marshmallow studies where they put a marshmallow in front of a kid and they say, "Hey, if you wait till I get back, I'll give you more." Those studies are incredible predictors of future outcomes. The ability to delay gratification in those experiments showed better income, better health, and greater success and life satisfaction decades later. And these experiments were done on children. And so what do self-made millionaires do? They put systems in place that help them reduce temptation. They create separate accounts that they set aside for financial goals. Money that gets mixed up in your checking account, it's going to disappear. They don't wait to the end of the month to write a check towards an investment or savings account. No, they automate. Money comes out of their paycheck, immediately goes into those separate accounts, whether it's financial freedom, retirement accounts, saving for a vacation home, whatever it is. They set that money aside first. They don't wait until the end of the month because all the money will be gone. These systems are so incredibly important and they will make you wealthy. Self-made millionaires put a system in place where they don't buy something until they wait a bit to let their emotions calm down so they don't get sucked into impulse purchases. They don't rely on willpower. They spend some time to design their environment to support their goals. Meanwhile, everyone else is sitting around waiting to get motivated to take action. And this is unreliable. It's emotionally driven and it won't work in the long term. If your financial life depends on your mood, on your sense of motivation today, you're in big trouble. Millionaire mindset number 5. Frugality is an identity. It's not deprivation. So many people get this one thing wrong and it sets them up for a lifetime of financial frustration. Millionaires aren't cheap. They're intentional. Frugality for them isn't about denying pleasure. It's about maximizing value. They spend freely on what matters most to them and they aggressively cut in areas that don't matter as much. Psychologically, this is values-based spending. Are you spending money in a way that fits with your values? When your spending aligns with your identity and with what matters most to you, you experience less regret and greater financial satisfaction. If, on the other hand, you feel like you're just depriving yourself, you're going to rebel and you're going to sabotage your financial plan. But people who feel aligned with a higher purpose and are very conscious of where their money is going, they don't. Frugality works when you're doing it for a reason. When you're doing it because it truly aligns with who you are. It's not something you're forcing yourself to do. You need to have a very exciting vision for why you're not spending money on these little pleasures today for a much bigger purpose. Why does it matter to you? This is the identity you need to embrace. Millionaire mindset number 6. Future millionaires spend on their values, not status. This one is probably going to sting. Most consumer spending is driven by social comparison. What are people going to think if I have this or don't have it? How's this going to look? Understand this, future millionaires, they don't play that game. They play an entirely different game, one that makes them wealthy. They don't confuse looking successful with actual financial success. In fact, many avoid active status signaling because it attracts attention or pressure or financial leakage. And research shows that consumption is strongly linked to financial stress, to debt, and to lower net worth. And the research I've done on money scripts shows that millionaires tend to be money vigilant. Not only do they prioritize saving and investing, they actually downplay how much money they have and how much money they make. Wrap your head around that. In fact, the people flexing luxury brands on social media, what do we know about them? We know that they're probably broke and most definitely insecure. Wealthy people are secure and they don't play that game. They don't need to. Frankly, when they see it, they think it's a joke and it makes you look silly. If your spending is designed to increase your social status or to get people to like you, people you don't even know or you don't even care about, wealth is going to stay out of reach for you forever. Millionaire mindset number 7, they save and invest consistently, not just occasionally. Wealth is not built through heroic financial moments. Don't fall prey to that lie. Wealth isn't made by doing something big, winning the lottery, having a company go public. That happens on occasion, but it's not going to happen to you. It doesn't happen to most people. That's not how most people become wealthy. It is, however, built through boring consistency. Future millionaires, they save automatically and they reinvest systematically. They're not investing when they feel like it, not when the market's perfect, not when it's convenient, not when they have money left over in their account at the end of the month. They don't even invest after they pay off their bills. Nope, they save and invest before they pay for anything else, including their bills. Once they decide how much money they need to save and invest to reach their financial goals, then they design their life around spending the remainder. That's when they think about how much can I pay for an apartment or how much can I pay for clothes or a car. They do that after they've already funded their financial goals each month. This is behavioral automation and it's incredibly powerful. You have to remove emotion from the process, and if you do so, your results are going to improve dramatically. Most people treat saving and investing as optional. Future millionaires treat it as non-negotiable. Millionaire mindset number 8, they resist lifestyle inflation. This is the number one silent killer of wealth. As income rises, expenses rise even faster. You want a bigger house, you want a nicer car, more subscriptions, more obligations. This is what happens to most people, and future millionaires, they're keenly aware of this trap and they actively resist it. Do you have a system in place to resist lifestyle inflation? Future millionaires, they upgrade selectively and slowly, if they upgrade at all. Future millionaires have the mindset that for every dollar they get that's coming into their life above what they're getting now, they're saving and investing a huge portion of it, 20, 30, 50%, or even more. Then they can achieve financial freedom even faster while also allowing themselves some money to enjoy the ride along the way. I'm gonna ask you right now, what is your mindset around a raise, or if you start to make more money this next year, what percentage of that extra money are you committing right now to save and invest to reach your financial goals faster? Come up with that percentage, stick to it. Doesn't mean you can't enjoy the rest of that and the remainder of that to increase your pleasure in life. That's fine, but you need to have this mindset. Remember, freedom, not short-term pleasure and luxury. Freedom, that's the goal. Millionaire mindset number 9, they take personal responsibility for financial outcomes. This is the mindset that most people avoid. Self-made millionaires understand that their financial situation right now is because of their past financial behaviors. This belief is very uncomfortable for many of us, but it's also empowering. Blame just feels so good temporarily. In fact, it's intoxicating. It'll make you immediately feel better about whatever is happening in your life. It's so tempting. But taking responsibility, that really is the wealth builder. Until you accept responsibility, you're just going to be stuck repeating the same patterns instead of redirecting your life in the direction you want to go. Millionaire mindset number 10, and this is a big one. Future self-made millionaires, they are continuous learners. This mindset separates future millionaires from people who are going to be stuck forever. Future millionaires are lifelong learners. They learn about money, they learn about business, they learn about psychology, and most importantly, they learn about themselves. They read, they reflect, they adjust, they take action. They don't assume they've already got it all figured out. Oh my gosh, that is a deadly mindset. If you're so confident and cocky that you think you've got it all figured out, you're going nowhere. You're going to be right where you are 10 years from now. And here is the irony. The more you learn, the more humble you're going to become. Arrogance blocks growth, while curiosity will compound your growth. Check the description for a full list of resources and research that I talked about in this video. I'm Dr. Brad Klontz. I'll see you next time.